What up, world? Welcome to an episode of Wrestling Life. As you know, I am the host, Brandon Janeau, and like always, on all podcast platforms everywhere, Brandon Janeau Show. Social media, Instagram, Threads, Brandon Janeau, Facebook, The Brandon Janeau Show, and of course, TikTok, Brandon Janeau Show. Go follow me on all of those social media platforms. I really would appreciate it if you did. It definitely would help me out tremendously. Um, Really, where you go though is the YouTube channel, man. Brandon Janeau Show YouTube channel. Go subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would appreciate it truly, especially if you like the vids, comment, like the vids, like the shorts. Helps in the algorithm if you comment, like the vids, all that, man. So let's get into it, man. Like I said, this is Wrestling Life, and on this episode, it is, of course, the first ever PLE of WWE officially on ESPN. It is officially over. It was WrestlePalooza in Indianapolis today. Um, there was only 5 matches on the card. 5 matches on the card. It's supposed to be six, but it was only five. Um, yeah. If you don't know how to do my review show, I do this after every wrestling, well, mostly WWE events and WWE main roster, and of course NXT. Still debating if I'm gonna do Bound for Glory for TNA. I really gotta pick a well. If AEW could shorten the goddamn you know card up, I probably would do an AEW fucking pay per view. But anyway, I digress. This was the big night, man. WWE is officially on ESPN. Is officially bringing all of their main roster pay per views to ESPN for the foreseeable future. Um, we were looking to see what this was going to look like. Of course, everybody knows this is also a very big day for wrestling, where you have AEW, who also had a pay per view, all out in Toronto today. So of course, this was kind of programming a little bit, but it is what it is. 5 matches. If you don't know, I do my rating review show. I go from my least favorite to my most favorite. I got more than five. If I got more matches with five, if I got more matches with 5 stars, then I will talk about each match, and then I will name my match of the night. Um, then I have more than 5 star. I got 3 matches with 5 stars, so I will be talking about that. And of course, I would name one of those matches my match of the night. I'm still trying to debate which one would be my match of the night, but neither here nor there. So let's get into it, man. The first match, my least favorite match of the night. I really gave it 3 stars. It could really be like 2.5, and that's John Cena versus Brock Lesnar. Um, Ironically enough, let me be honest. Ironically enough, the 2 matches that had no story, nothing coming in, that didn't make any fucking sense to be on the PLE outside of just the name value, exactly happened the way I thought it would happen. The matches weren't really that great. You really weren't really into it. It was great to see them, but it wasn't like a fucking like woo. This is great. Like it was cool. This is one of those matches. John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I saw a lot of people be like, we really wasted one of John Cena's matches on Brock Lesnar. I get why Brock is back. I get why this has happened. I get it. I get it. I get it. But I've said this numerous fucking times. This is very fucking stupid. You had no story. I like the actual promo at the beginning of the damn match than the actual fucking story built into it. You could have did that for 2 weeks on fucking SmackDown with Brock Lesnar. Why is Brock Lesnar coming out every fucking week asking people where the fuck John Cena at? My nigga, watch the fucking show. Can you just watch the fucking show? You coming out every week being like, where's John Cena? Bro, he's on Raw. What are you talking about? This match was pretty much reminiscent of them trying to recreate the SummerSlam match that they had almost a decade ago, which was John Cena getting suplexed like 13 fucking times and taking like two F5s and all this other shit. They literally just try to recreate that same energy in tonight with that match. And it fucking fell flat to me. I think it just fell flat. I think it was like, that's literally what you try to do. You try to recreate that same match. And the reason why that match was so crazy and it was so wow, like, because at that time John Cena was literally invincible. Like he was one of the like that didn't happen to John Cena ever. You didn't see John Cena take 13 fucking suplexes and two F5s and get his ass whooped. Literally like the most lopsided fucking time. Like at that time, especially in John Cena's career, that shit didn't happen. Like that shit just did not happen. So you trying to do it now, it just makes it look very stupid. It looks like you ran out of fucking options to really do something. This could have been a 50-50 match. This could have been something important. This is why I think Brock Lesnar and John Cena are going to have a rematch, and that's how John Cena is going to get his 100th win. I think they're going to have that crown jewel. This was very just lackluster. I don't know if you run it back, but I think you will. I just don't see the point of having John Cena and Brock Lesnar have one match, and it sucks to say it like that. I just don't see it. I don't see the point of it. You brought Brock Lesnar back for a reason, and the 100 winning John Cena's PLE career, PLE pay per view career should be against Brock Lesnar. He should be able to beat Brock Lesnar for the last time on the PLE. His last pay per view is Survivor Series. It should not be in fucking War Games. Like that's stupid. You should have him beat Brock Lesnar at fucking Crown Jewel. If that's the plan, then okay, then you can have John Cena off TV for a couple weeks and have Brock Lesnar actually tell a story. And John Cena's like, I'm coming back just to fight you. And then you have John Cena beat Brock Lesnar. And then you figure out what the fuck you do at Survivor Series with John Cena. I don't know what you do with John Cena, but this was one of his last PLEs that he's ever going to be a part of. And he got it, and it felt flat. It felt like it just was a okay match. Like it was, eh. It was like I don't know what the hell you want me to say. Like this match was okay. It was decent at best. Like it wasn't great. It was decent. And again, like I said, the actual promo work of coming into the match was actually better than the actual story that you told on TV every week. The fucking promo I saw before the PLE even started, before the match even started, was way fucking better than the actual stories you were trying to tell on fucking TV. That's a damn shame that you did a video package at the end. You did a video package before the damn PLE started, and it was actually more entertaining and more of a explaining why Brock Lesnar is back than this. That shit sucked. It was just the build sucked. It was stupid. That is why I think that this is going to be more than just a one off. I think it has to be two matches. It has to, because there's no other person John Cena can actually beat, and it would make sense for him to beat on a PLE. I know people don't want to hear that. I know people just like me. It's just like I don't care about Brock Lesnar being on TV. But if the plan is now for Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman to get together and start doing shit, kind of like when Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman was CM Punk's guy and Brock Lesnar's advocate, I should say. If that's how we about to play this, he's going to be Brock Lesnar's advocate again on SmackDown while he's still on Raw with the Vision. I'm with that shit. Let Paul Heyman and Brock get back together on SmackDown, run that for a couple weeks, and have John Cena come back at Crown Jewel and beat Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel. I would love that. I think it sets up perfectly. I think it would be a great ass opportunity to have that situation happen. I would fucking love it. I think it'd be a fucking amazing fucking. I think it'd be great to see it. I actually think it'd be dope as shit. So yeah, I'm with it, man. I think that'd be amazing to see. Amazing to see. But this match, all in all, was just 2.5 stars. I mean, listen, Brock Lesnar had kids crying and shit, which I listen, man. Anytime that happens, you kind of be like, damn, that's kind of funny. I gave it 3. I give it really 2.5 stars. I mean, it was an opener. I give you that. It was an opener. I don't know the fuck you want me to tell you about that, but it was an opener. And that's about it. Next match. I get it 4 stars. I give it 4. I keep it at 4. I'm not really gonna give it too many stars. 4 stars, 3.5, depending on how I feel. I would say 4 stars. But yeah, I give it 4 stars. And that's Cody Rhodes versus Drew McIntyre for the undisputed WWE Championship. This had no story. It had nothing to do with nothing. It literally, you just threw Cody Rhodes on a fucking card because you wanted to have Cody Rhodes on the card. It's the first ESPN PLE, so you had to have Cody Rhodes on the card. You put him in a match with Drew McIntyre. Anybody, again, like I said, Drew McIntyre was not going to be Cody. Even if I did believe that it made sense, because what the fuck is this? Why is this the main event? It didn't make sense to be the main event. it's kind of funny that the opener and the main event had no story and I did not give a single solitary fuck about this match. Both of those matches, I didn't care. Even though I had more fun watching John and Brock than I had watching Drew and Cody. I just did not care about this fucking match. I didn't care. I didn't understand why you had a title match with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre, especially if you're going to do the Crown Jewel titles. So if you're going to bring back the Crown Jewel titles, you're not dropping the belt to Cody. It's Drew McIntyre when you have another fucking heel like Seth Rollins having the title on Raw. That's very fucking stupid. I don't understand what the fuck the play was. I don't understand why you did this match. It was very stupid. I know people on social media is going to be up in a complete uproar because Drew lost pretty much clean. I mean, Drew pretty much lost clean. I just don't think this was a good idea to have this match. I did not think this was a great idea. Cody and Drew are great wrestlers, and that's why I kind of gave it more so 4 stars. But the story going into it was stupid. They didn't have one, and then you just had a match on this card just because Cody Rhodes is quote unquote the company guy. He's the number one guy. He's the face. He's the quarterback one. I fucking did not like this decision. I thought this was stupid. I thought it was a dumbass decision. I thought it was a very stupid fucking decision. As soon as I saw yesterday that this was the main event, the only other play was to give the belt to Drew McIntyre. Now it looks like it looks even fucking stupider that this was the main event of your fucking PLE outside of the fact that it's just Cody Rhodes and you have to position him as the guy for ESPN moving forward. But even in that sense, you just made and it wasn't a bad PLE, but you had just a main event that it meant fucking nothing. It meant nothing. You had a title match that meant nothing on your PLE. It's literally the dumbest fucking thing on the planet. This is your top champion, by the way. And you just literally told everybody that this match made no sense. It was a fucking dumbass match to have. It was a main event that shouldn't have been a main event. And the only reason why it was the main event is because it's the WWE Championship. That's fucking it. That's nothing more, nothing less. Nothing in this match changed nothing. It literally didn't do anything. Randy Orton didn't come out and try to screw Cody or Drew over. Nobody came out at the end to kind of like say this is the next path for Cody Rhodes. Nothing happened. You literally just had a match, and that was the end of it. It was like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, this is. I knew Cody wasn't going to lose his first fucking title match. It's very stupid to do that. But even in that sense, you put this as the main event for no fucking reason at all. Like, no reason. At the midway through this match, I was like, this should have been the fucking second match. This should have been the second match. Shit, it should have opened. This was stupid. You had a main event that didn't mean shit. So you're telling everybody you're going to have great matches throughout the night, only to be sitting there at the end of the night being like, so what the fuck was the point of the main event? What the fuck? You have to leave us all for something good moving forward. And yet you gave us fucking nothing. You literally told us, here's the main event. And nothing fucking happened. This was the dumbest fucking main event I've seen in a minute. This was stupid. They completely and utterly just told us, fuck us. Your beginning and your ending is what gets the people excited. This is why I kept saying, you go with the fucking the storyline that makes the most sense to be the main event. You had Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre go out there and wrestle, and it had nothing to do with nothing. Cody Rhodes has been off of TV for literally 5 fucking weeks, and then you sat there and was like, well, we could put Cody Rhodes back in the goddamn ring with no story, no nothing. You tried to do a contract signing last night, and it just didn't make fucking sense to do it. I do not give a single solitary fuck about this match. I gave it 4 stars because Cody and Drew can fucking wrestle. But outside of that, this was a piss poor fucking ending of your fucking first PLE on ESPN because it literally led to nothing. It led to nothing. You did a main event and it led to fucking nothing. And I know dumbass is gonna be said that as like, well, you gave it 4 stars, so it must have been good. I'm not talking about the fucking match itself. It's the everything else part. You made it a main event. You turned this. You had 3 other stories that at least made sense. Hell, even the women's heavyweight championship match didn't have a fucking story, but it had a belt on the line that made a little bit of more sense. And we knew what the fuck we was about to get. We knew Io and Stephanie was gonna go out there and fucking wrestle. You had Cody Rhodes at the end of this night win the fucking match when he literally didn't do shit to win the match. This is the fucking problem when you have a person like Cody Rhodes winning a title match over Drew McIntyre. This is what kills Cody Rhodes moving forward. Because now you have people sitting there saying, so what the fuck was the point of the match? This is the problem. This is when you kill a fucking person like a Cody Rhodes who's supposed to be your guy moving fucking forward. You just told everybody there really was no plan in place for this fucking title match. There was no plan. Nobody was supposed to come out. Nothing was supposed to happen. Randy Orton was supposed to come out and help. Nothing. It was just supposed to have a fucking match and then an ending. You literally just told everybody the main event meant nothing. It meant nothing. And we're supposed to trust you in the next couple of fucking weeks? Like, bro, like this is my problem with WWE. Like, yo, you had the beginning was alright. The ending though, again, you just pissed away again a fucking ending, and you just pissed away an ending for nothing. You had a match, and there was nothing after, nothing. Gunther didn't come back. Ilya Dragunov didn't come back. Who else? Fuck, I don't even know who else could come back. I don't even know what you could do. Tony D'Angelo didn't debut on the main roster. You had nothing happen. Like, what the fuck? What was the point of the fucking match, bro? What was the point of it? The match itself wasn't bad, but the story coming into it and the story leaving out of it, this is what kills the conversation for WWE. It's like, so what was the point of the main event? You literally just had a main event because Cody Rhodes is the WWE champion. That's it. There was no purpose, rhyme, or reason for this to be the main event. And I knew this shit was gonna happen. This is why I said this is stupid to have it be the main event, because now you got people on social media who is getting hyped for no fucking reason, like they always fucking do. They get hyped for no fucking reason, just to be like, oh man, it didn't. The reason why I didn't like this shit being the main event because it made no sense. It had no story. It was literally just a week ago you threw this shit together. You had nothing going on. You could have literally waited a fucking couple weeks, had the crown jewel match, and then have Cody and Drew at Survivor Series with a little bit more story, a little bit more time. Cody had wrestled a little bit more. You just had Cody have his first match in literally 5 fucking weeks, and nothing happened. At least with Seth Rollins, I at least know what his direction is moving forward. Cody Rhodes is on SmackDown and he has no fucking direction. Just like everybody on fucking SmackDown, by the way. And by the way, I want y'all to realize something. Every fucking match on this PLE outside of every fucking match on this PLE is Raw. Every single one of them. But yet the main event was a SmackDown match with no story, no story, no nothing. Every fucking match on this card was Raw. I mean, you could say John Cena and Brock because it technically started on SmackDown, but every goddamn match on this card was a Raw match. Make that make sense? You see what the fuck the problem is? Raw is superiorly better than SmackDown, and it's not, and they're not even hiding it. This shit is bad, man. The fact that this is the main event and it had no story, no direction, no nothing, and then it was just a clean finish. It was a clean finish. Great. Listen, Cody and Drew, great, whatever. Whoop de fucking do. This shit should have happened after. This shit should happen at Survivor Series. I'm gonna be honest. This shit should happen at Survivor Series. I think you should have had Randy and Drew winner gets Cody Rhodes at Survivor Series. Cody Rhodes could have came out at the end of the match and said, "Okay, I'm here. I'm back now. Let's do this." You could have given us a little bit more time, a little bit more story. Have Drew beat Randy at WrestlePalooza, get the title match at Survivor Series, and then we are done. And Cody Rhodes could have came out at the end of at that, and it just you would have had a way different more. This would have been a way different conversation. The fact that you had this match happen at the end of WrestlePalooza, and it feels good, like a complete utter fucking dud at the end of it. Like I say all the time, it's not always about how you start. It's about how you finish. It's not about how you start. It's how you finish. And this is the ending that you gave me. Again, Cody and Drew, not on them. But you have no story. You gave us nothing. And then you just expected us to just believe that this should have been the main event. The fuck? What? You had no. You had two matches that could have been a fucking main event of this PLE, and I would have been like, "Yo, this might have been the best WWE PLE all fucking year." It would have been in the conversation because they have done a lot of these PLEs. This wasn't a bad PLE, but still, it's just like, bro, the main event. It didn't make sense to be the main fucking event. It didn't make sense. When I heard this yesterday, I said, "This is gonna be so fucking stupid." Because it's if Randy don't turn on Cody, or if for everybody that continuously scream, The Rock needs to come back. If The Rock don't come back, something doesn't happen at the end of this fucking PLE. You just had a match. Drew doesn't walk out with the championship. You just told us you just had a main event only because Cody Rhodes is the WWE Championship champion, and that's what the fuck you wanted to position this as. Outside of that, they had no story, no nothing. In the match, it was probably the shortest match of the fucking whole PLE. Maybe John and Brock was the shortest, and then this was like one of the shortest fucking matches of the PLE because EO and Stephanie got time to cook. Even the Usos and the Vision got time to fucking cook. CM Punk, AJ Lee, and Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch is clearly the most was the longest match on the PLE, and it was the best fucking match on the PLE, by the way. And I'm gonna talk about that in a minute. But the fact that this was the fucking main event, and you can't even tell me why this was the main event outside of it's Cody Rhodes, and he's the WWE champion, so he has to be the main event. This is a complete and utter fucking dud. That was stupid. Again, not a bad match. It just I gave it 4 stars. I give it 3.5. Really, to be honest with you, I give it 3.5 stars. I went on a real soliloquy with that because I had to get that shit off my chest. I felt this way yesterday, and I was like, "This is stupid. This cannot be the main event because it's not going to end like everybody wants it to end, and it's going to fuck it up." And it made the PLE now look like, what the fuck was the point of having this as the main event? Now the entire PLE gets called into question because the beginning was and then the ending is just like, what the fuck was this? You should have had CM Punk and AJ Lee, Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch be the fucking main event, and we could have went off with a way better fucking ending. This is fucking stupid. 5 star matches, man. Let's get to the 5 stars. I got 3 5 stars. I got 3 5 stars. Um, my first 5 star match. It's the Usos versus the Vision. I've said this numerous times. The Vision are in two different worlds. Seth and Becky are operating on their own shit, and Bronson and Braun operating on their own. By the way, they didn't even tell us Paul Heyman was back. They just had this motherfucker backstage at Friday Night SmackDown. We got choked out by Roman Reigns in Paris. We ain't seen this motherfucker in what, like a couple of weeks, and this motherfucker just popped up on ESPN one day, and then just Friday night he just mysteriously is backstage with fucking Division again, and him and Brock Lesnar talking. Like, motherfucker, tell me how the fuck did this even come about? Like, come on, bro. Like, what the fuck are we doing? He wasn't even on Raw. You realize this? You realize Paul Heyman wasn't even on Raw? Go look at it. Go watch Raw. Go look at Raw. Paul Heyman wasn't even on Raw. But he's on SmackDown. Ain't that a bitch? Anyway, fucking WWE, bro. Lord of mercy. Anyway, Division and the Usos. Despite what I feel about the Vision as a group, this was a great match. This was better than I expected. Maybe because they added a stipulation that at the time kind of seemed a little weird. Because everybody's like, well, how is LA Knight going to be a part of this match? Because he's got to be a part of this storyline because he's in the storyline. Well, they figured it out. LA Knight became the special guest referee, which I was not mad at all. I thought that was a good idea. You get him in a storyline, you get him in a match. He doesn't have to technically do anything outside of just count the pin and maybe fuck with them enough to make them want to do something to him. I thought this was a great fucking decision. I loved it. I thought it was great. I love the fact that it was a last second thing too, because people knew LA Knight was going to be a part of the match. They just didn't know how. I thought this was a great thing. I thought this match was incredible. I thought this was a great match. The fact that he was a special guest referee and he loosened up on the rules, which was great. because it turned it technically into a fucking street fight. It turned into like a Texas tornado street fight, which was great for me. I love that shit. So I loved it. I thought it was a great goddamn situation. I thought it was amazing. I thought that this was the best thing that could have happened to the Braun Breakers, Braun Breakers, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. They needed to get their dub back. I don't know how the fuck Jey Uso got cut open and bust open. I have not a fucking clue. I don't know what the fuck happened. I was like looking. I'm like, how the fuck did this motherfucker even get cut open? He started bleeding out of nowhere. I'm like, what? How the fuck this motherfucker started bleeding? Again, not against it, not mad at it. Do your thing. But again, like I'm watching this match and I thought it was great. I thought it was a great match. I thought it led to a lot of great things. Again, the Usos taking their first loss. Again, okay, this Vince McMahon way of calling shit, like this is the first time the Usos have teamed up in 2 years. Motherfucker, I watched the Usos team up against fucking Grayson Waller and Austin Theory earlier this year. What the fuck are you talking about? I saw them tag, but them I saw them tag up literally earlier this fucking year. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't. What the fuck are you talking about? I saw the shit tag up earlier this year. What the fuck are you talking about? Anyway, this revised history that WWE does sometimes. This shit, that shit. I thought that shit was going with Vince, but clearly not. These motherfuckers still do this shit, I guess. Um, yeah, the Usos in a Vision. I thought this was a great match. I thought it led to. I thought it was a great thing to do. The Vision needed this win. They needed the dub. Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker needed this dub. I thought they should have won at SummerSlam. They got it over the Usos. I think it was stupid to do that. I just feel like you keep trying to build Roman Reigns as this thing, and it's just like, bro, Roman has eclipsed this thing. So whoever beats him now, it's a moment for them. The fact that you had them lose to them at SummerSlam, Bronson Reed lose to Roman at Clash in Paris, I guess, man. But yeah, I thought this was a good match, man. This was way better than I expected. I thought it would be a good match, and it was way better than I expected it to be. I like the fact that LA Knight was thrown in it, and the rules were loosened. I thought it was a great match. Great, 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 great match. And then they pinned Jey Uso, which was great. So yeah, second, second 5-star match. I already said it, kind of. Who's gonna probably be my match of the night? But Io Sky versus Stephanie McCur. This is my next match. Five. I gave it 5 stars. It was for the WWE Women's World Heavyweight Championship. I gave it 5 stars. It's Io and it's Stephanie. What more can I say? What more can I say? By the way, I was just watching it. I was watching this match, man. I was just like, they are two beautiful ass women. This is ridiculous. Sometimes it's hard to focus on the rest of them. I'm like, man, these women fine as hell. I was like, ah, damn. I was like, it was hard to percolate on the rest of them a little bit. I was like, yo, like this, yeah, like, yeah. Anyway, Io and Stephanie went out there and had a classic, man. This was great. This is what we thought it would be. We thought it would be like this, and it was great. I love the fact that it was no secret. It was no, you know, Kabuki Warriors coming out doing anything. And I actually think this is going to be interesting now because Asuka is going to definitely go at Io for this because she's going to be like, I could have helped you. We could have helped you, but you told us not to stay out of it. Well, now you lost, and now you don't have the championship. So what the fuck does that say? Now also that the Crown Jewel title is officially back on the table, that means it's going to be Io and Rhea teaming up with each other to go against the Kabuki Warriors in Australia, because there's no other fucking way that Rhea has missed what, 2 PLEs, 3 PLEs, like back to back. She missed. She was at SummerSlam, but she missed Clash in Paris, and she now has missed WrestlePalooza. She's going to be on Crown Jewel. That's in Australia too. She's going to be on Crown Jewel. And it's going to be her and Io versus Kabuki Warriors. Get ready for this fucking match because it's going to fucking happen. It's gonna, and I don't know if Io really is hurt because that damn those little dragon screw fucking leg things, them bitches look like they hurt for real. But Io and Rhea is going to team up and go against the Kabuki Warriors. I don't know how the story is already there. You already see it. I don't know if Stephanie's going to fight either Tiffany. She's going to fight Tiffany. She's going to fight Tiffany at Crown Jewel Because I don't see the point of giving the belt to Jade or fucking Nia Jax right now. That's just very stupid. So she's got her own situation. But I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to do Stephanie moving forward because it's clear as day, like I said, you're trying to make you at some point the belt is going to go back to Rhea. At some point, I don't know when, but at some point she's going to get the belt back. But Liv is coming back at some point. Roxanne is going to be moved up at some point, I'm assuming. Becky is still there. You got Laura and Bailey now with their situation. Something's got to give. Something's got to give. I don't know what's going to happen. But again, Raw's women's division is too fucking stacked, bro. Like, this shit is ridiculous. Y'all got to move some fucking people to SmackDown, bro. This shit is getting bad, bro. This shit is getting bad, man. This shit is not. This is not good. That's like a fucking NFL team playing against a fucking JV team in high school. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, there are certain women on that fucking Raw roster. You just like, man, if they was on SmackDown, they would be the fucking champion on SmackDown. Laura Victoria would be the U.S. women's champion right now if she was on SmackDown. Bailey would be the women's U.S. champion if she was on SmackDown. Like, this is ridiculous. Io would be the WWE's women's champion. Rhea would be the WWE women's champion if she was on SmackDown. Like, this is ridiculous. Something's got to give, man. They got to move. Either call up some women from NXT, move fucking Fatal Influence to NXT to SmackDown. I'm cool with it. They've been on NXT for too damn long. Maybe keep Jasmine Nix down there, but if you're gonna move JC Jane and Foul Henley to, and that maybe be the play after No Mercy. Maybe Lola Vice beats JC Jane and she takes the belt from her because I don't see you having two heels go against each other for the title moving forward. Like, Jordan Grace has been on NXT for too damn long. If she's not gonna win the belt, and you clearly already have given Blake Monroe the title, I mean, beating her already. Like, what the fuck is she still down there for? Like, I said it's down there for like every fucking PLE. This is ridiculous. That SmackDown women's division looks that fucking piss poor when you have incredible fucking women, not just on Raw, but on NXT, and you can move them to the fucking main roster, and you're just choosing not to do it. I don't want to see Michin and fucking Beef Have. I love them, but nah, I don't see that shit. I don't want to see fucking Secret Hervis. You keep Chelsea Green, but I don't see the fucking Secret Hervis. I don't care about that shit. I'm tired of seeing Nia Jackson, Jade Cargill. That's telling me right then and there, you have no idea what the fuck to do with those. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. All in all, that match is fucking fantastic. Like, if you're gonna go out there and watch a match from WrestlePalooza, like a wrestling match, this is the best one. This is we knew it was gonna be that way. They went out there and fucking balled. That match was fucking phenomenal. We knew it. Like I said, we knew it was gonna happen. To see it still, it's really. I don't know what. Like I said, I don't know what you really do with Stephanie after Crown Jewel. I'm assuming you put Io and Rhea back into the title picture, but that's very stupid. I don't think that'd be a good idea. I think if you play this right, I don't know how you do this. The problem with having too many women is that now you have a little bit of a situation because you go with the obvious, which is Io and Rhea, or you can do something completely different, which is Bailey, Laura Victoria. Like, you have different. You would have a chance. It's just how you want to do it. All in all, man, Stephanie is the champ. Again, Stephanie's gonna probably beat Naomi at Clash of Paris, so this is not that surprising. I've been very advocate. I've been an advocate of saying Io should win the belt. I think Io was a better choice, but at the same time, Stephanie's not a bad choice. The problem is WWE sucks at booking fucking champions. They suck at it. They're not great at it. I don't know what you do. This is how I think. This is what I would do. Monday night, Stephanie goes out there, cuts a promo, but I think Asuka interrupts her, and Asuka wants to have a match with Stephanie Vicker, and that's how you get Io and Rhea into that storyline with that, because and you keep Stephanie in that storyline too. That's how I think you do that. I think you do. I think you give. I think Io. I think Oscar goes out there, tries to interrupt Stephanie, and she's like, "Hey." Oscar goes out there, interrupts Stephanie, and she's like, "Let us have a match. Let's go for the title. Io couldn't beat you, but I will." And I think that's how you do it. Monday Night Raw, it should be Stephanie and Oscar for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. That's how you do it. But I'm looking forward to that. But congratulations to Stephanie Vicker. Congratulations to Stephanie Vicker. And Io is still one of the best fucking wrestlers on the planet right now. Her and Stephanie are two of the best to do it. It's ridiculous. Including my match of the night is also a 5-star match, and that is the match that should have fucking main evented. CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This was the longest match of the night, and it was the best fucking match of the night. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with WWE. This was obviously the best story. It had the most intriguing storyline. It had the most intriguing angle moving forward. And you still have more meat on the bone with this story. I don't understand why that shit was so hard to not be the main event. I don't get it. Like I said, I get Cody is the main. I get Cody, whatever. This was so fucking stupid. This was stupid. This was a dumb ass decision. I don't know why the fuck Triple H booked it like this. Again, it could have been ESPN for saying, okay, we gotta have Cody and Drew as the main event. It could have been Triple H just straight up being like, nah, Cody has to be the main event because he's the WWE champion. But either way it goes, this shit backfired very fucking badly. Yes, even though they got the most time, this still was the better fucking match and better situation. This should have been the main event. I'm gonna fuck with nobody say. This should have been the main fucking event. This is stupid. This was the best match. CM Punk, AJ Lee versus Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch. This was the first time that AJ Lee has wrestled in 10 years. And yeah, I mean, it was a little choppy. It was a little up and down at the beginning because, again, she hasn't been in actual physical action in literally 10 fucking years. But again, this was what we needed. I will stress this shit enough, man. This should have been a fucking main event, bro. This is ridiculous, bro. I can't fucking believe that they really did this shit. They literally told us to our face that this was not the main event. For what reason? There was no reason now to have Cody and Drew be the main event. There was no surprises, no nothing. And then you have a match like this that had everybody wanting to see it. You wanted to see what this match would look like. You wanted to see what this would look like for AJ Lee. And then it happens. And it's fucking good. It was fucking good. Like I said, it was choppy. But man, this fucking match was good. Holy shit, was this match good. I still think WrestleMania 34, Ronda, Kurt, Triple H, and Stephanie was probably one of the best mixed tag team matches I've ever seen. But this might have been up there. This might be second. I mean, this might be second. This might be second. This shit is good, man. I can't even stress it, man. This shit's good. Everything about this match led perfectly into the next thing. It was perfect. It made sense. Everything about this match is great. When Seth did something to AJ, Punk lost his fucking mind. When Punk did something to Becky, Seth lost his fucking mind. That's how this fucking was supposed to be. This was the man. I'm pissed off that this match was the co-main event for no fucking reason. It made no sense. This was stupid. It made no sense. I get that you don't want to put the WWE champion in the middle of the show, but you could have had this be the second to last match. Everybody would be like, okay, Cody won, great, whoop-de-doo. Now let's move on to CM Punk, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins. This made no sense. This absolutely, positively, leaps and fucking bounds was the main event. This should have been the main event. It was a better story. It just this shit just pissed me the fuck off. I'm gonna be honest. The fact that this match was not the main event and it was actually fucking good too, pissed me the fuck off. It pissed me the fuck off. It's pissing me the fuck off. There is no reason for this match to not be the main event for no fucking reason. This was obviously the better story. This obviously led to more shit. AJ Lee tapping out Becky Lynch now leads to AJ Lee saying, I need a title match. I get a title match. I won. I beat you. And then on top of that, that leads to Punk and Seth at some point having a match. I've said this numerous times, and people thought I was crazy. I think Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I think Punk wins the Royal Rumble, and he challenges Seth Rollins for the title. I don't know what you do with Cody. I have no idea what you do with Cody. Randy Orton, I'm assuming that's the only other play, is Randy Orton. And now people are gonna sit there and say, it should be Roman and Seth. No, it shouldn't. It should never be Roman and Seth. Roman and Seth don't need a title. Roman and Seth do not need a title. We gotta stop treating this shit like it needs a title. It does not need a title, bro. Seth and Roman does not need a fucking title. It, like I've said about The Rock and Roman, that never needs a title. It just needs to be just those two in the fucking ring. I think Punk and Cody would have been great last year. I think Punk and Cody would have been great 2 years ago. Punk and Seth is the WrestleMania match. Punk and Seth is the WrestleMania match. If you sit in that chair trying to convince yourself that it's not, I get it. It's just too long in the tooth. It makes no sense. And now people are gonna sit there and say, well, what the fuck do you do with Roman Reigns? I've said this numerous times. Braun Breaker. Now I don't know what the fuck you do with Bronson, but this is where you getting another member for the Vision actually would pay out. Like if you're gonna use Ethan Page, let's say Ethan Page moves up to the main roster, and you use Ethan Page. Now I don't know if you put him with Chelsea Green again, or do you maybe Tony D'Angelo? Maybe you pair Tony D'Angelo up with Bronson Reed. I wouldn't mind it. I think it'd be a great idea. Maybe something's got to give, but that's one of those times where I wouldn't mind having another person in the Vision. Braun Breaker and Roman Reigns is a WrestleMania match. If Braun Breaker is the future, he needs to have a actual WrestleMania match by himself against the guy who was the man for the longest, and that's Roman fucking Reigns. You can't have that match just on a random ass elimination chamber. That needs to be a WrestleMania match. Punk and Seth is going to happen at WrestleMania 42. I'm telling y'all this shit now. Get ready. It's happening. It's fucking happening, man. Get fucking ready. You think it? I don't see how Seth keeps the belt this long and not have this match. They're planning this for WrestleMania. Now something can completely fucking happen, and it could completely change the landscape. And Seth can get hurt, Punk can get hurt. Something can happen. But as far as I'm concerned, I said this, and people thought I was crazy for saying, I think this happens at WrestleMania. Do you now believe that it can happen at WrestleMania? Because I fucking do. I think CM Punk wins the Royal Rumble. I think Punk wins the Royal Rumble. Like I said, I don't know what you do with Cody, but SmackDown sucks so fucking bad, it does not make. It could be fucking Randy Orton, and it will make sense. It could be Randy Orton, and I'll be like, all right, cool. 2 mentors going against their students. Great. Cool. I wouldn't be mad at it. And maybe AJ Lee and fucking Roxanne for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. Why not? I don't know what you do with this title, but we already know Crown Jewel Seth's fighting Cody. And the Vision is going to be in War Games. So what the fuck do you do with Seth Rollins' World Heavyweight Championship for the next after that? So that could be John Cena's last opponent. I wouldn't mind that at all. But what'd you do with Seth Rollins? CM Punk. I think that they set all of this up to have CM Punk and Seth. People forget the fucking match at WrestleMania 40 was supposed to be Punk and Rollins for the world title. You finally have it. Do it. I don't see the point of having this whole situation play out. And I know people are going to sit there and say, well, Punk said he's tired of having this beef. He's supposed to say that shit, bruh. Punk won the belt, and then Punk is just going to go off and fight Cody now? When the fuck have y'all ever seen a person win a title and not get the payoff of him winning the title back. But he's gonna go fight another fucking champion. What sense does that make? What the fuck they do that at? Well, let me ask that question. What the fuck they do that at? What the fuck they do that at? I held the World Heavyweight Championship for 5 minutes and I didn't get a fucking rematch. I'm not getting a rematch. The rematch I had was in a fatal 4-way. And then I got screwed again. And I had a chance to be champion and I got screwed again by your wife, which is why I had to go get my wife. That is the WrestleMania match. People that think that I'm crazy for saying that, that is going to be the. I'm telling you this shit now. CM Punk is going to win the Royal Rumble. He is going to fight Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 42. It is going to be the night 2 main event. And CM Punk is going to win the fucking title back. I'm telling you this shit now. So you don't have to look over your shoulder and try to figure it out later. I'm telling you this shit now. I don't know when AJ Lee and Becky's going to fight. I'm assuming that Crown Jewel, and that's how AJ gets the belt from Becky. But that's going to happen. Get fucking ready. I'm telling you this shit now, so you don't have to look over your shoulder later. And you'll be like, man, they still fight. Yes. Crown Jewel Seth fighting Cody. War Games, they're going to be Vision versus Vision and Punk. I don't see you having Seth and Punk have a title match at Saturday main event when John Cena is his last fucking. Everything's going to be on John Cena. Why the fuck would you have a title match? And right now, it doesn't make sense to have Roman fight fucking Seth. It doesn't make fucking sense. Roman's not getting taken out by Seth. He's getting taken out by Brian Breaker and Bronson Reed. So have Brian Breaker fight Roman at WrestleMania and have Brian beat Roman. Done. And when Seth loses the Punk, that's when you can start the demolition of the Vision. At least with Seth in it. Done. But I don't know what you do after the. But I don't know how you get AJ and Becky. I have no idea. Maybe you have it at Crown Jewel. Maybe you do have it at Crown Jewel. I don't know what you do with Punk. That's an interesting one. I don't know if you have Punk team up with LA Knight to go against Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, but we already saw that. I don't think you do it again. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Punk and Seth Rollins just. I don't know, man. I don't know how you do that, but oh no, man. Yeah, 5 stars. I thought this match was incredible. It was the match of the night. I loved it. I thought it was amazing. AJ Lee looked like I said, she had some moments here and there, but they still figured it out and had a great match. Yeah. All in all, the 3 matches that was incredible were incredible. You had 2 matches that had no story. You had 2 matches that had no story, no reason to have them outside of it's John Cena and Brock Lesnar, and it's Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre for the WWE Championship. That's it. Oh no, Wrestlepalooza wasn't a bad PLE. I don't think it was a bad PLE. It's not a bad look. Also, by the way, congratulations to Stephanie McMahon. She is the first person to be inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2026. Is it early? Yeah, very fucking early. I don't know why the fuck they did it this goddamn early, but I think they're trying to figure out who else can be put into that class. If I was WWE, man, at this point, it would be Stephanie. And then you have to really have to now have the conversation of who the fuck can be in that class with her. And I'm like, who could be in that class with her? And I don't know who. I have no clue. Yeah, I have no clue. I have not an idea who could be in that class with her. Bray Wyatt. I know it's kind of a little early, but Bray Wyatt. I think Stephanie could still have top billing because she's literally, her family literally owned the company for literally the entire time. I mean, WWE is literally a McMahon company. So Bray Wyatt, I can see Bray Wyatt. I like you can use Bray Wyatt. I think Bray Wyatt would be a great addition. Stephanie and Bray Wyatt be 2 of the best there, and then you can fill it out with with whoever you want to. New Age Outlaws, but Billy Gunn is in AEW, so I don't know if that would work really. Hardy Boys, I can see the Hardys. I can see the Hardys. Like damn, I can actually see the Hardys. I can see the Hardys. The Hardys' careers are winding down. Maybe I can see the Hardys. Yo, that's a hell of a class already. Like those Stephanie Bray and the Hardy Boys. Stephanie Bray and the Hardy Boys. Y'all don't think that's a good class? I think it's a fucking amazing class. And then you have maybe like a celebrity, maybe Shaq, maybe Shaq. Like I don't know, like you have one celebrity, maybe Shaq. Yeah, but yeah. Oh no, Wrestlepalooza wasn't bad, man. Like I said, the three matches that I said were 5-star matches are fucking 5-star matches. If I was you, I go watch them. The opening and ending is what it is. I can't get mad at it. It is what it is. I get it, name value, but like I thought coming into this, the two matches I thought didn't have any fucking story, and it was just thrown on a PLE just because the name value, and one has the WWE Championship. Okay, cool. But I know people are gonna rate this PLE and say, "Oh, this PLE sucked." No, it didn't. It didn't fucking suck. The two matches that didn't make sense. Like it was great to have, but it wasn't like stories and everything. It just didn't make sense. It wasn't good to have them on the PLE. The beginning and the end is the problem with the PLE. Outside of that, Stephanie and EO was great. The Usos in the Vision was fucking fantastic. And CM Punk, AJ Lee, Becky Lynch, and Seth Rollins is literally one of the best matches you're gonna see all night. Done. Um, next PLE I'll be doing is next Sunday. Yeah, Sunday, Saturday. When is September 27th? Sunday. Yeah. September 27th is a Sunday. Or is it a Saturday? I gotta check. Either way it goes, it will be No Mercy. Yeah. September 28th, I think it is. September 28th. It will be No Mercy. Okay. next next Sunday, I'll be doing the Wrestling Life for No Mercy. Yeah. NXT No Mercy. So I'll be back doing that next week. So yeah, I gotta watch the match card for that. I think they only announced 2 matches so far. They're gonna probably announce more this week. But yeah, I'll be doing No Mercy next. No, they announced 3. They announced 3 matches. Tavion Heights and Ethan Page, Lola Vice and JC Jane, Oba and Ricky Saint, and then you got, of course, so Ruka is defending the belt against Candice LeRae or the new girl. Yeah, and then I'm assuming they're gonna have JC Jane, Lord have mercy. Blake Monroe and Jordan Grace have a match. I don't know what type of match. It's probably gonna be some street fight, but I can say, or maybe Javon Evans and Josh Briggs have another match, and it might be kind of like a street fight or something. But yeah. But I'll be back next week to do that. So that'll be the next Wrestling Life. The next Wrestling Life for the main roster will be um Crown Jewel, which will be in Australia, and that PLE starts at 7 o'clock. So I won't be doing that PLE that episode until later on in the day. I'm gonna just be 100 with y'all. I ain't doing that PLE till later on in the fucking day. So yeah, do that, and then I do the LSU Bleed Purple and Gold. For the people that watches the Bleed Purple and Gold, this is the Bleed Purple and Gold episode. I did not do one today because I was doing a PLE. But I'll be back next week doing Bleed Purple and Gold next Saturday, and again, like I said, Wrestling Life will be right after that, the next day. So, and I got the Bleed Black and Gold episode, which will be earlier in the day as well. So I got a lot of episodes doing in the next couple of weeks. So you will be, if you love my podcast, if you fuck with this podcast, you will have a bunch of fucking episodes to listen to in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, that is it. That is it. Like I said, Wrestlepalooza was not a bad PLE, man. Go watch the PLE. Like I said, outside of the first match and maybe the ending, if you gave me those 3 matches in the middle, best PLE of the year. But the beginning and the end was what it was. So yeah. But yeah. Tell you guys next week for Wrestling Life. I am Brandon Janeau. This is Wrestling Life. Peace.